what's something that you're looking to ride in the future and kind of push the momentum towards in the ASIC repair industry?
Ooh. Well, just kind of trying to make this kind of a more equal playing ground, if you will, in the industry. It's actually kind of the main reason I got into this field. It incorporates a lot of ability to kind of get to that financial freedom, kind of per se. It definitely already leveled the playing field. And now you're seeing a lot of big players come in, which is kind of making it not so fair. So that's pretty much the main reason that, I even got into this is I want to make sure that, Bitcoin in itself is going to be what it should be for my kids and their kids. So yeah, I've just been trying to create this really big ecosystem within the industry and be able to help, supply all the different facets that are kind of needed and kind of make sure that's more safe, because we're getting very scarily close to an ability for these huge facilities to be able to do what's called a 51% attack. In fact, it already happened with Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. So it's very theoretically possible for it to happen with Bitcoin.
Could you elaborate more into the Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, the 51% attack?
Yeah, so someone, I don't even know if they even figured out who, but someone or some people figured out that they had enough hash power at the time to mine Satoshi Vision and change what the outcome was. Because once you have a good majority of the mining ability, you can tell your computers, okay, your Bitcoin is now in my wallet. That's pretty much what happened with the Satoshi Vision. It just wasn't enough miners protecting the network at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting to where we have these huge facilities that have, thousands and thousands of machines. What's preventing them from teaming up together and, easily doing that? Same thing. That's pretty much why I don't like to recommend, this pool or that firmware. Or, if everybody is using the same pool and the same firmware and is mining on the same exact miner and, they're using the same internet and, it's just a matter of time before someone can easily just figure out, how to hack that little easy system, and there goes everybody's Bitcoin. So,
yeah. There's definitely this, you unraveled a really good point there. I'm over here asking, why is this complex? Why isn't this universal? Why isn't this centralized? Well, maybe we don't want it all centralized. Maybe that's the entire point. You also hit on something that I personally dislike as well, which is pubco mining facilities. I'm worried about it for the same reason. People mention, oh, it's fine, as long as one pool doesn't have more than 50, doesn't have 51% of the control. But it's beyond that. When you look at these companies that are, with insane amounts of hash rate power, and you look at how much Bitcoin they're producing, you also have to look at what they are in terms of being a burden to the network. How many companies have we seen in the last 6-7 months that have had to file for bankruptcy? They all took out giant loans. They couldn't pay the loans. Now they have to default. They have to sell machines. It creates more competition when it does, because ultimately I feel like Bitcoin wrecks you if you get to a certain point. It's kind of like the Icarus effect. A lot of these companies are flying really close to the sun, and thinking that they're going to be, strong enough to survive that. It is something that really concerns me, though. And I would like to see it, kind of like you're saying, come back down to the pleb level. When you talk about Bitcoin 9, 10, 11 years ago, you're talking about kids with computers mining off of USB sticks and stuff. Ultimately, if you're trapped in this institutional kind of corporate idea of Bitcoin, we might lose exactly what Bitcoin is supposed to be for.
Yeah, it's actually getting kind of sad where it's coming to, because you're seeing to the point where, in order to, like, just a regular person wants to start mining Bitcoin. Well, in order to be profitable, they have to go and spend thousands of dollars on a machine, and then they go plug it in to find out that their electricity rate isn't low enough, and now they're not able to be profitable. So now they just spent thousands of dollars on a useless machine that they can't plug in because they're going to be at a loss. Then you have these bigger facilities that have access to the cheaper power. So then they're the ones mining all the Bitcoin, not leaving it available for, decentralized other people.
Yeah, it's alarming. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. Maybe people just want to focus on the hype and adoption and pushing forward. But yeah, these are definitely some things to keep an eye out for.